What's up, humanity? This is Scully. About to do a video here real quick on truth and what truth means to me, and how truth was the beginning of my awakening. And I hope you guys can relate to it, and I hope it strikes home, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So first of all, I just want to start off with letting you guys know that when it comes to truth, there can only be one truth, alright? There can only be one truth, no matter if it's the big truth, the question of everything, God and life and all that. There's only one truth there, just as well as in any situation and any subject. There's only one truth, and everything else is just a really well-designed lie or deception, or what I like to call it is a perception of the truth. Okay? We all have different perceptions of the truth, and our culture and different things in the media have trained us and taught us to believe that our perception of the truth is equivalent to the truth itself. And I just want to stand here right now and tell you guys that that is not true, because it affects our belief systems. It affects the place that our soul goes when our body dies. Alright? So here it is. All the different perceptions of truth factor together, alright, to create a lie, right? Because different perceptions don't mean anything. Kind of like opinions, right? Everybody's got one, okay? We've all heard that saying, right? So too many perceptions of the truth is just confusing, as well as being contradicting. And that's where people end up finding themselves extremely polarized, or unable to make a decision on a stance they should take regarding one of the options of perceptions that are placed before them. I see good examples of this in the news, the mainstream media, what's put out there as far as official stories, even in the alternative media. You know, they're all subject to the same principle of deception. Also politics, okay, sports, alright, religion is probably one of the biggest groups of perceptions of truth that there is, that's going to affect the outcome of your life and the abundance of happiness that you have in your life. Alright? Before I came into the truth, as the Holy Spirit revealed it to me, I was constantly seeking after everything I could get my hands on. I would just put my own flavor on it and pretend that it was new to me, or that I had done it, and it was just living in deception, alright? So what happens is the system of our culture uses, especially in politics and sports, uses statistics to nail down multiple perceptions of a truth. That's why in the Republican-Democrat argument, each side always has a new poll and a new statistic. With sports teams, that's why everybody is sure that their team is the best team. But in reality, there can only be one best team, right? There's only one truth, okay? It doesn't matter what the statistics are, but you can shift those statistics to make something appear as though it's true. We see this everywhere. This is why people believe that opinions are proof of the truth. But it's not, man. Okay? It's just not. Truth, we feel justified in personalized statistics for our own truth. Okay? The mainstream media, through sports and politics and the news with statistics, has trained our minds into being able to personalize truths for ourselves. And it's all a setup for the one big truth and all the misperceptions that go along with it, which is the religion system. Alright, for lack of a better term, belief system, worldview, whatever you want to call it. There's plenty of them, man. There's Catholicism, there's Judaism, there's the super church Christianity, Hindu, uh, Taoism, Islam, humanism, evolution, just self-worship. They're everywhere, man. Alright, so, you know, the multifaceted truth isn't always truth. Being able to put out different perceptions of a truth creates a very well-designed deception. A great example of this would be a defense lawyer. When somebody, you know, they come along and they know darn well, right, this guy right here just committed murder. You know, the evidence, which points to the truth, right, is nailing this guy. But their job is to paint different perceptions of that truth, which would instill reasonable doubt in the jury. And the next thing you know, this guy, who even the defense lawyer knows is a murderer, is walking. He's getting off. Alright? So let's look at it this way. How about the elites? Okay? The elites, the 1%, the handful of dudes that are running the big show out there, and you guys who are stepping into truth, you know exactly what I mean when I say elite. Okay? Just like the defense attorney gets the killer off, the elites are getting off on our inability to either choose a stance within those perceptions or to be polarized within those perceptions. Because what happens is you get stuck, right? You get stuck within the current that they set the parameters on. So you're like a perfect sheep. You become so movable, okay? It's just like, you ever heard the saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That's one of those sayings that I'm starting to realize that I've regurgitated my whole life. My whole life. There's so many sayings that we say, and we don't even realize, like, where did that come from? Nobody knows, right? You just accept it, and you accept the science behind it. But what that doesn't say, what you don't hear, you don't ever hear a saying that says, seek the one and only truth, right? So, that's important. I'm glad you guys stuck with me on that. I just wanted to get that out of the way. You know, the most important decision that any of us will make in our life has to do with life, right? Who created us? Death. Who are you going to end up seeing after you die? And the afterlife. Which direction are you going to go after you meet your Creator? Right? So, the funny thing about all the worldviews and all the world religions is that it would be easy for me to believe that we all go to heaven if all of these different worldviews, even though they have different applications, if all the different worldviews had the same result, the same afterlife. But they don't, right? Everybody's like, oh, you know, there's more than one way to heaven and all this. But there's not, man. There's just a whole bunch of ways to get yourself lost, right? That's all they are, okay? Look, the guy who set all this up is the father of lies, okay? He's the one who set up this system of total lies, right? He's the one that is offering you unlimited ways to get lost, right? Trying to keep our eyes off of the one simple question, which is just it's simple. Are you going to go with the way of the world, all the garbage that it offers, and be lost and fumble around in the dark your whole life? Or are you going to go with Christ, the one true King, man? The one way, the truth, the life. Now that's a good point, is that Jesus didn't say, I am a way, or a truth, or a life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. All those three words are very key to what the Holy Spirit is trying to reveal to you who's watching this video right now. Is that He is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the way to the Father, which everybody's trying to get there, man. Everybody's trying to get to heaven. I don't know of anybody who ain't. Right? He is the life. And what that means, what the Holy Spirit has revealed to me, is we hear the life. You know, Jesus is life. God is life. And that's wonderful and everything, that everybody views that as life, right? Like my life, my social life, the way I live out my life. But he's saying that he is the life, as in life force. What makes your heart continue to beat. It's what makes your lungs, you know, without you having to think about it, breathe in air and breathe out the air. Okay? And he is the truth, man. He is the truth. Because there's only one truth. There's only one Jesus, and there's only one truth. Please don't get this twisted, alright? I'm not trying to slam religion down anybody's throat. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not a fan of religion. I think organized religion is wicked, alright? I really do. It kept me in the tumbler for a long time. Went around doing this and doing that and doing this. And it just didn't work for me, man. It wasn't until the keys of life were handed to me and I realized that it's a simple question. And the answer is simple. And once you cross that threshold of simplicity that Jesus Christ has laid out for us, the truth then begins to flow. And you can literally ask him anything, small or big, the most complex metaphysical quantum thing you can think of, down to, what should I feed my family for supper tonight? Don't think that for 1 second your Creator, your Father, doesn't care about every intimate detail of your life, as well as the big ones, because he does. He does. Alright? The world, with all of its worldviews, has us thinking that we have to get locked into some sort of system and learn its way, and that, you know, it's some kind of secret and all this and all that. Look, there are secrets to the universe, but there's only one man, who is willing to reveal them to you. Alright? There's secret knowledge, and there's many ways to get different forms of knowledge. Right? But there's only one man that is willing to give you the truth. Alright? Just because it's knowledge, don't make it wisdom, my friend. Alright? I've had a lot of different knowledge in my life, but I wasn't wise. Okay? Wisdom will give you freedom. Alright? Wisdom will give you liberty to live. Okay? Before truth came into my life via the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ himself, of which he called the Helper himself. Alright? He is to help us. Alright? Not hold us back. Okay? When he came into my life, okay, prior to that, I had a total absence of hope, absence of joy, and absence of life itself within my life. I was not living, man. I was totally wrecked. I was committing suicide in slow motion. Alright? If that's you, then you need to heed what I'm delivering to you right now. Alright? This is for a reason. Okay? I'm not the truth. I'm just delivering it. I'm delivering it as it was delivered to me. Okay? And the first thing that we got to do to receive that truth, my friend, is to gain humility. I heard a really, really wise dude a couple days ago say that humility is not thinking less of oneself, but it's thinking of yourself less. Look, man, you got to get that pride out of the way. Okay, pride is stopping people. It is stopping people from experiencing the truth. Alright? Alright, listen, I think this has gone on long enough. I do intend on continuing this subject of truth. I have so much more to say. There's so much more that Holy Spirit has put in me to get out to you guys, but I gotta keep it under 15 minutes. But listen, I love you guys, and you know, just stick with me. And if there's anything that I've totally gotten wrong, you know, feel free to shoot me a message and we'll talk about it. Alright? So take care. Don't forget to worship in spirit and truth, people. Love y'all. Peace.